that play against Jason Tatum, now I'm thinking about it in my head. I'm starting to get goosebumps again because that's the moment we've been waiting for. All right, JK, you don't want to play? You think you're good defensively? You think you're a good wing defender? Okay, 121, Celtics ball, what you got? Jason Tatum's dribbling right in front of you. And Jason Tatum is one of the 10 best players in the game today. And we know how much he cooks. And Boston's rolling. They've won 5 in a row. They were up 17. JK, what you going to do? He didn't flinch. He didn't commit a foul. Hell, he didn't commit a foul all game. And for him to defend Tatum the way he did, just go look at Stephen Curry's reaction to that. Stephen Curry said, hey, as he's walking back to the sideline, that's what you do. I haven't seen Curry that demonstrative in a long time.
At least not in a positive sense. Usually the last few times he's been that demonstrative is because he's yelling at the bench. Bonte, I mean, you got that play going in your head. I got that play going right here on my computer. I'm watching it go down. And, yeah, I mean, Tatum, he's clearly one-on-one. When he's going one-on-one with Kuminga, it's clear he's going to be taking that shot. He tries to kind of almost like fake to his left a little bit before spinning to his right. And, again, it could have been so easy for Kuminga to maybe bite that on that fake spin to the left. But then again, as Tatum starts going to his right, Kaminga, he's right there on his pocket the entire time. He does not lose a step with Tatum, and now he's in his face. Tatum probably not expecting that.
Right.
You're watching him rise up. He is right in there disrupting that shot, and it is a beautiful thing to watch.
Yep.
You are seeing
beautiful.
this man grow up before our eyes in real time in that
What
moment.
about him calling off Klay Thompson? Klay Thompson comes over for a screen, a little fake dribble handoff, and Kaminga's like, no, I got this. And he goes and attacks Jaylen Brown. And he goes in for the two-hand slam. How about overtime where the lid was on both baskets to start? Nobody could hit a shot. Klay's breaking it overtime. Steph couldn't hit a shot. Nobody could score there. You're like, oh, boy, here we go. Warriors going to lose another overtime game. They're 0-2 on the season at overtime. Well, you know what, JK? He steals one. He gets into the passing lane. Easy dunk for two hands.
You saw
and they're like,
yeah, I mean, in the beginning of the game, in the first quarter, he had a dunk where I think he had a chance he could have dished out to Steph. Again, if you have a chance to pass the ball to Steph, I mean, Draymond Green said in the past, the reason I don't score that much because why would I have to? I could just throw it to Steph. But Kaminga, he had that opportunity. Again, he waved Steph off in the first quarter and went through, hammers that dunk down. That's a tone setter. We talk about what the great stars in this game do. I'm not saying Kaminga's in that star level, but when you talk about what the great players in this game do, they bring the energy. They set the tone. How many times has Steph started a game off where he hits a couple threes right off the bat, and you're like, oh, all right, we're getting one of those games. Or Klay, same thing. Or when Draymond, when he's on having one of his great games, he goes, he swats a shot away. These guys, they set the tone. What Kaminga did yesterday, he's like, you know what? I'm setting the tone. This could be the Jonathan Kaminga game. Now, of course, the Splash Brothers, set the tone at the end, but that's what you want to see. Like, that's the growth. It's not just the scoring.
Right.
It's the energy that he's bringing on the court. And that's what you really saw from Kaminga last night. That's where you're really seeing the growth. When he's waving to the crowd to get them fired up, like, that's, this dude, we're saying how we really need to see that year 3 leap. Like,
you're seeing it right now in front of our eyes as they had their largest comeback of the season, down 17 points. And you talk about Kaminga firing up the crowd. Well, Stephen Curry took notice, and he highlighted TJD and JK about firing up the crowd, which fired up him in that fourth quarter.
Like, Trace's 2 blocks he had, especially the one in the fourth, I think it was, or maybe overtime, I can't remember, one on Jalen. Like, you feel the crowd get into it, and that just gets, everybody hyped up. And then JK steal the first minute of the overtime. I'm feeding off of the crowd's energy, and those 2 guys created that, with some spectacular individual plays. So, like I said, everybody who's out there for significant minutes contributed in some way, shape, or form, and it was a gutsy win, to say the least, just because, it looked a little different, with Trace and JK impacting the game the way they did. Me, CP, Klay, in that final group. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun. How fun was it for Dub Nation? It was fun. Steph Curry was having fun. You see him just getting energized by these 2 young fellas. And Klay's getting energized by him. And you see Steph hug Klay after the game. You see him jumping up in the air with CP3. And the young fellas making things happen. I don't want to overlook Moses Moody because his 10 points were huge for the Golden State Warriors. Quietly, I think he needs a little more minutes. He played 16 minutes and 36 seconds. But this was all about TJD. This was all about Jonathan Kaminga. I can't get enough of Kaminga. I'm still thinking back to when Shask and I took a limo from Premier Limo. Shout out to Premier Limos, my boy Steve. Going up to see Kaminga in his first game. We fell in love with this guy in the first 5 minutes. And you see why we fell in love with this guy. Now, we also fell in love with Trey Lance, and we see how that worked out. But J.K. has the potential. J.K. has the potential to be a star here. Let's go back out to the lines, man. The lines are lit up. We got about 20 minutes left in the show. It's been a hell of a show. Thanks to all the roasters out there picking us up here on a dreary Wednesday morning. We got to get to my main man, Rob in San Bruno. Rob, what is happening? Good morning.
What's going on? Hey, Bonte, you always right about Trey. Don't get it messed up. He just didn't get his opportunity. Let's not act like he can't throw the deep ball to wide open McCaffrey. He can't. Let's not do that.
Let's move on.
Another discussion. That's another discussion, man. But look, check this out. I hear y'all talking about CP. Man, it's the reason why CP is, in my opinion, the best point guard floor general of this generation. Period. I mean, y'all hate him. I don't know why. In 2017, if he don't get hurt, y'all probably lose 4-2, and Harden probably got a ring. But that's we ain't talking about that. But I feel like we was talking about trading Klay. We'll trade him there. I think the Bucks with Dame, with Giannis and doing on the East, they'll love him over there. Be his third scorer. Since he's no good for the Warriors, and the fact that we keep talking about Curry as if he's not a 4-time champion, like stop. He can have a bad game. That don't take away from his ability to win games and big games. Like that, Brian from PA, he says a lot of dumb stuff on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? That guy. But anyways, and then Kuminga. I mean, it looks good when they don't got Draymond in the middle of the floor doing the same dribble handoff and the defense sagging off. He's throwing to Curry. It's like the young guys get out there and play. Mm-hmm. The lane is open. I seen Kuminga go to the hoop strong and just go. It wasn't no hesitation. Wasn't no Draymond yelling at him, telling him to do this. No, they just playing free. Draymond, look, man, he got his 4 championships, but he needs to sacrifice. It's time for him to come off the bench. I think he lost his starting job with his antics over the last 2 years.
That is interesting.
And it's time for Kaminga. Because look at Kaminga, man. That boy's big, athletic. He's doing everything. So it's time for him to grow. It's time for Draymond to take a back seat.
Hey, you know what, Rob? It may come to that point, and that's a conversation we can have. It's too early. Let the suspension play out. There's no need to rush to judgment and lineup changes. Let's see how these boys get better and better and better, and we'll have that conversation when it's time to cross that bridge. But right now, Kaminga is balling, and he does provide spacing on the floor. Anthony Slater mentioned how he crashed to the glass, and Tatum had to hold on for dear life, which opened up shots for Steph and Klay. CP3, he was really good last night, especially in the fourth quarter in overtime. But Klay, listen, I said this last week to you, Lubman. If the Warriors don't re-sign Klay Thompson, there's going to be teams lining up to offer him $25 to $30 million a year.
Oh, absolutely. Shooting
like that just doesn't grow on trees. All right? The guy's shooting over 40% from three over his last 14. We know who Klay Thompson is. Mm-hmm. We know what he does. You want to leave him wide open? Defenses still respect Klay, even when he's going 2 for 10. They still got a guy face guarding him because of how deadly he is. He could detonate at any second. Mm-hmm. And right now, he is on a heater, especially over his last 4.
And hopefully he can keep it going, too. I guess I want to stay as positive as I can today. The one thing that does concern me from Klay is we know that there are going to be these ups and downs. It's always kind of been where he's been throughout his career. Yeah, it's always been kind of his thing throughout his career. You have the hot streaks, you have the cold streaks. I do think we are in a situation right now with Klay, and again, not any fault of his own. The injuries play a part. The aging plays a part. Mm-hmm. Always I think back to what Eddie Johnson said at the beginning of the year. Sometimes you just get old. I do think that's a factor with Klay this year, but you're still going to see those flashes. You're still going to see those streaks. I guess my big question with Klay is just how sustainable can he make this run? Is this just a hot streak, or is this him just kind of getting back into his old form there? I don't know if there's an answer to that question now. That's probably my big with you got to let it play out this point.
Here's what I see over the last 14. I see 40% from the three-point line. I see 3 clunkers in those last 14 games. I'll take 11 good games and 3 clunkers all day long in a 14-game stretch for Klay Thompson. And you see the three-point shot rolling right now, 23 of 46 in his last 4, 26.5 points. He's shooting over 50 from the field and over 50 from the three-point line. Klay Thompson will end up shooting 40% from 3. And last time I checked, that's pretty damn good in the NBA.
That's a good number.
All right, for whatever reason, we think Klay sucked last year, and he led the league in made threes, and he shot 41% from the three-point line. It is what it is. Klay Thompson will have a market in the offseason if the Warriors do not re-sign him. Let's go to Junior in San Jose. Junior, what's happening? You're on the roast.
What's going on, Bonte? How you guys doing,
What's up, Junior? What's going on? Say what's up to my man Love, man. He's doing a great job today.
What's going on? I love it.
Hey, thanks for calling in, Junior.
You're doing a good job while Shasky is out. You're doing a good job while Shasky is out, man. You're holding it down for him.
Yeah, do what I can.
Hey, what I want to say, first off, man, anybody who doesn't think Steph Curry is the baddest man on the planet on the basketball court is drinking that haterade. Drinking that haterade. You got to enjoy that man while it lasts. That's all I got to say for him. Second of all, Klay Thompson, man. I'm tired of these flip-flop fans. One day they love him, the next day they want to trade him. You just got to let it play out and see what he does. They're going to be the same ones that if he doesn't come back to the Warriors next year, they'll be like, we shouldn't have traded him. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I'm tired of these flip-flop fans.
Yep.
But I just want to give a shout-out to the whole team yesterday. Everyone played a good game. Everybody. Pajemski, he's going to be a bad man. He's going to be working. That boy, he's going to be a good one for us.
Yep. Hey, good call there, Junior. Good call. Good call. And by the way, since it's giving a shout-out, I have to give a shout-out to a new roaster out there in the world. Our girl, Laura Wakefield, who works down in Stanford. She's always listening in. She's tapping in. She sent us that TikTok of like, oh, man, callers on her morning roast. But her and her husband, Mr. Moreno's the diehard roaster. Well, they just welcomed a new baby roaster to the world, Millie Jo Moreno. Yay! Will be known as MJ soon enough. Laura Wakefield, she sent me the picture last night during the Warriors game, and the caption was, the newest roaster, Millie Jo Moreno. So, Laura, Mr. Moreno, good stuff out there, man. Congratulations on the new birth of a beautiful baby.
Very good. Yeah, the world needs more roasters.
We do need more. Well, I don't know if you need more roasters. Oh, no, you hear these calls right now? Let's go to, look, man, we only got about 13 minutes left. Let's get all these calls out there. I got to get to Film on Mike. I need to hear from Film on Mike. Film on Mike. Talk to me, man. Talk to me, Filmo. I know you're feeling good right now.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely feeling good, man. You feel me? I just want to say, man, shout out Kevin Harlan, man, because he mentioned this last night. The refs got to get out the way, man. We came to see the ballers play. But with that being said, the black ref that kind of look like Gonzo with the flat top afro, he always hating on the Warriors. I don't know why he's hating on it so much.
He's a mess. Curtis Blair is his name. Curtis Blair is too much.
Yeah, he's too much. He be trying to do too much, especially when the Warriors play. But anyway, all he did was add to the heroics of Steph Curry playing the whole fourth quarter, no fouls, not giving up one foul. The youngsters got to play. Don't forget about, you just mentioned it too, by the time I let other callers talk, that Moody corner three, when he hit it from the corner, Moody is solid, man. Yes. He's solid. And every time he shoots, the ball look like it's going in. So, man, great day. It's a great day to be a Warrior fan, man.
No doubt, Filmo. Good call. In and out there. Moody, look, 10 points. He stays ready.
7 points in the second half. Quietly, big part of that second half comeback there.
No doubt. The Warriors outscored Celtics 11-5 in overtime, 35-24 in the third quarter. Remember, they gave up a 40-burger in the first quarter. I was like, damn. This is going to be one of these games. They're turning the ball over. Boston came out red hot. In that first quarter, they shot 57% from the floor, 41.5 from three. And Jaylen Brown looked like he was going to have one of those nights. 12 points, 5 and 9 from the floor, super aggressive. It was like, damn.
He was getting whatever he wanted in the paint early on. I mean, he was blowing by dudes, and it's just like, it really felt like in that first quarter, it's like, all right, well, we've been getting a lot of these games this year. What's one more? And second half rolls around. Trace Jackson-Davis says, you know what? I'm controlling the paint now.
And quietly, the Celtics, they still have the same issues in crunch time. They revert back to isolation basketball. One-on-one, dribble, step back three. You're not going to win any NBA championships doing that.
That's how they try to win it at the end.
No, not going to do it. Let's go to... I'm gonna save this one. Backtosh. Is it Backtosh in San Jose?
Yeah, it's Backtosh.
What's up, Backtosh? How you doing, man? Good morning.
I'm doing great, man. Hey, this reminds me of 2015. Strength in numbers. I mean, man, I love seeing the young fellas coming up. There's nothing better than the guys that we draft to do really well, man. It feels good. What I want to say, though, is everybody's doing good. The only reason why we started winning is one person needed to improve, and that's Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr can't be locked in specific lineups. He's got to watch what's going on and who we're playing and switch it up. And, sometimes if somebody's playing good, keep him in. You guys.
Oh, did he get cut off there? He got cut off. All right, if he wants to call back,
it's going so well,
back.
too.
It was going so well. Back to us. Call back, man. Your phone dropped there. Your phone line dropped. Let's get to my main man out of St. Louis.
Oh.
He might be roaster of the year when we do the Dubie Awards. We're going to do the Dubie Awards when Jackson gets back.
As a top roaster.
Absolutely. Can Opener Cal in St. Louis. Can Opener Cal. I know you're feeling good this morning.
I'm feeling real good, man. And I couldn't call in yesterday, but if you looked at the comments, I said Steve Kerr needs to put TJD in. He put him in. All the youngins showed up and everything else like that. But what I like to say first and foremost, and this goes out to Loveman real quick, I love you, but Klay Thompson being assisted by Steph Curry, seemed like that man was shooting 100% for the first part of the first quarter all the way to the second. You know what I'm saying? Then Steve Kerr took him out. It's just like the previous caller said. I don't understand that kind of stuff. But the other person, the other person I would have liked to have seen and have started lining up in Looney's place, in place of Looney is Sarge. I think if Sarge was in there, they would have never lost that lead, how high Klay was and everything like that. But at the end, Steph Curry got his mojo back. He reminded everybody who he was and everything like that. He came in the clutch and everything. I loved it for his self-esteem and everything else like that. And I want Steve Kerr not to be stagnant when Draymond Green gets back, man. If Draymond Green gets back.
Get over to Cal. How much fun are you having, though, watching these youngsters get better and better and better? We've been waiting on Kaminga. We've been waiting on TJD. We've been waiting to see this from the youngins.
Right on, Dante. The thing is, I bleed on the youngins the whole time. You know that.
Yeah,
so
no
that's
doubt.
Exactly what my point is. We just need Steve Kerr to sit up and believe in these youngins, unleash them and stuff like that. They're supposed to get.
Ah, man, he's fading out there. Kevin the Cow was on the heater, though. He's been on the heater.
He always brings it. It's always fun to screen his calls,
the Dubie Awards, when we get to them, there's a lot of competition.
A lot of competition.
Drew Down, Tyler Miller, Morelli, Ernie Chavez. You got Tony in Oakland. You got Rob. You got Filmo Mike, Ken Opener Cal. Somebody's getting snubbed in the Dubie Awards.
No, there's a couple snubs right off that list.
We had some snubs last year. Well, this year there's going to be people breaking tables. There's a lot of competition.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of competition.
A lot of great callers, too. A lot of great drops. Like, roasters, this has been the year of the roasters.
Yeah, no doubt. And Manuel Rodriguez, I love Kings fans being in here. He's saying, Bonte, you hyped up right now. I am hyped up. It was tough to go to sleep last night. Down 17. The crowd is dead. Joe Lacob is in his courtside seat with his arms folded thinking, what the heck is going on here? Maybe we are fraudulent. You beat Portland, you beat Brooklyn, okay, but there's levels to this. You're playing the Celtics, the Boston Celtics, who are hot. And you come back from 17 down, and not only did you come back from 17 down, Steph Curry had 5 fouls the entire fourth quarter in overtime. He picked up 5, his 5th foul midway through the third quarter, and you're thinking, boy, how are they going to stay in this basketball game? Hell, Steve Kerr had to dust off Corey Joseph at one point. And you know what? Corey Joseph didn't kill him. He scored 4. He spun back into the defense and hit one off the backboard. I said, well, you know what? It may just be their night. And you see the finishing lineup. You see TJD with the block shots. You see him. Hey, I got to play this block shot right here. Here's the block shot in overtime. I'm going to play it right now in overtime because this one had me out of my seat in the studio.
Brown lets it roll, picks it up front court, puts on the brakes, backs up three-point line, pressured by Thompson, dribbles down the lane, nobody home. Jackson Davis blocked it, knocked it away at the rim. Thompson pulls it down. Jackson Davis with the reject. What a block.
And then night happened a couple minutes later.
Curry splits traffic. Down the lane, spins on Horford, throws it up wild, no good. And the loose ball deflected to Paul with 3 on the shot clock. Over to Curry, catch and shoot 3. Got it from the right sideline. 10.6 to go. Warriors lead 131-26. How did he do that? He is a relocation sensation. And he put the night-night symbol with 10.6 to go.
You know, Loveman, I don't know how Dub Nation can relax off of that one. Dub Nation, if you're hyped up, you deserve to be hyped up. We know what we've been through. That's 3 wins in a row and 6 in a row at Chase Center. It's been a weird season to start. Draymond Green has been suspended not once but twice.
And we don't know when he's going to be back. It might not even matter.
Andrew Wiggins has been on the milk carton. He's had a sprained finger, slamming his finger in the car door. All of a sudden, he has a good game. Then he's out. Then he struggles. It's just been a weird season.
Nope.
But you know what? You're one game under 500. You play your Wizards on Friday night. The Wizards have won one game in the month of December. And they're going to be coming in on the back end of a back-to-back. They got to play Portland on Thursday. So they're going to have tired legs.
4-22 on the season.
4-22. One win in the month of December.
That is just...
If it wasn't for the Pistons, we'd be talking more about them losing.
Pistons, they're a whole other level of 24 straight for the Pistons, Bonte. Not wins. Those are losses.
Yep. And then you get Portland Saturday. And you could beat Portland for the third time in the last 3 weeks. And you get back over 500. And then you get to the meat. The 5-game stretch where you play Denver twice. You play Orlando. You play Miami. You play Dallas. But right now, who the hell are you to tell Dub Nation shouldn't be too hyped? We've been waiting for this. That's a big-time win. You don't think that's going to spark confidence? There's going to be no letdown on Friday. It's time to stack some wins, folks. And when you stack a win like you did last night, who the hell are Kings fans, Celtic fans to say, that's just one win? Nah, this one feels like 2 wins. This one, this one feels different.
It feels like a jumping-off point. Like, when we talk, like, if the Warriors go on to have a great season, make a deep playoff run, maybe win a title.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the night, and we're talking about the great moments throughout the season. We're going to talk about that night, December 19th, 2023, Warriors over Celtics. That was the night where you really started to see, like, okay, now it's come together. We're going to look at that night, last night, as where it maybe all began. Again, they have to do something with it. Right. But last night, it's like, this is how you get momentum. This is how you save a season that's careening off the rails. And for the time being, the Warriors season, it is very much on the rails right now.
Well, maybe. 27 games in. 27 games in.
Right now, the train is very much on the track, on the rails.
On the track.
What happens next, we don't know. That's the beauty of sports. But as of right now, it's all is very well in the land of Dub Nation.